train and 5 games to go. And the Mets are battling all sorts of rivals, trying to catch the Phillies, trying to hold off the Brewers, trying to avoid the impending storm. Right now, though, the opponent is the Cubs. They've got the Central Division all wrapped up. The Mets stopped playing help last night from all up and down the lineup and from their pitcher. And they're hoping things will be all right over the final 5 games of the season. At Shea Stadium in New York, the New York Mets play the Chicago Cubs. Tonight's game is available in high definition, presented by IOTV, the leader in HD. Do you see in HD? 5 games to play, and the Mets trail the Phillies by a game and a half, just one in the loss column. The Phillies entertain the Braves again tonight. The Mets are 1 game ahead of the Brewers, who pulled one out of the fire last night. Milwaukee hosts Pittsburgh again tonight. And a pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to Shea Stadium. Gary Cohen, Ron Darling, Keith Hernandez with you tonight as the Mets played the 3rd game of their 4-game series against the Cubs. They split the first 2, winning last night behind their ace, Johan Santana, who not only pitched them to victory, but pulled off maybe the luckiest play of the year, and maybe it's a sign of things to come.
Well, Gary, you said it last night. In '69, it was the Black Cat. Well, we'll find out if this year it was the Black Bat. As you see that play right there, it just seemed like things were destined to go the Mets' way the rest of the night, and it certainly did. Reyes right here, his 200th hit of the season. He is the first player in Major League history to collect over 200 hits, over 15 triples and home runs, and 50 stolen bases. That is absolutely incredible. That's in high altitude right there, and he even got the big hit last night.
And with Santana pitching like an ace and winning his 8th straight decision, the Mets took the game 6-2 and snapped a 3-game losing streak, and now it's up to Oliver Perez to try and keep things going in the right direction.
We know Oliver's only 10-7, but he has 15 no decisions. That's the most in the major leagues. And his last 9 games for Mets are 7-2. And one of the keys for him, though, is that he's always pitched well against teams that are over 500, but he showed more consistently towards the end of the season.
And while the Cubs try and work their way toward the postseason next week, trying to get their rotation in order, they'll send their volatile right-hander Carlos Zambrano to the mound. His last 2 starts could not have been more different.
You're right. He really struggled his last start, but volatile is right. On September 14th, a no-hitter against the Houston Astros in Milwaukee. Just an amazing game for Zambrano, who's had inconsistency this season as opposed to the last 2. But he will play a big part for the Cubs. He'll play a big part tonight. The Mets will have their hands full trying to get hits off Zambrano.
And then Zambrano came back in his next start and got knocked out in the 2nd inning against the St. Louis Cardinals. So it's the Mets and Cubs playing the 3rd game of 4. Perez for the Mets, Zambrano for the Cubs. Mets need to just keep on winning. Perez will try and keep that going. All the action coming up.